You mentioned having a trial with WWE. Talk to us about going down there, and then the other companies you've had opportunities with. I know you've done some things with Ring of Honor, like had some travels
Yeah,
with them. But tell us a little bit about those.
yeah. The 2015. Um, I forgot who it was. Somebody was like, "Man, just send an email to the recruit thing, fill out the recruit page." And I didn't think too much about it. You know what I mean? I was just like, "Okay, there ain't nobody really gonna take a look." But I filled it out, and it, you know, just so happened they picked me up for a tryout. I want to say Brady Pierce was also down there. That's the name from the Carolinas. You know, he's gotten into acting more, but me and him were down there at the same time. At that same tryout was Mata from Tough Enough, Bianca Belair, Otis, Lacey Evans, a couple other people that had did Tough Enough. What's his name? Big Yeti, Josh Breda, he was there. Uh, Baba Batunde, who was Uha Nation's like second in command when they were doing the general type gimmick. He was
Mm-hmm.
there. The purple one who shall not be named. If anybody gets that reference, he was there as well too. Uh, and there was a couple guys as well that have been doing independent stuff. Max Costello, C.J. O'Doyle. Uh, it was Laredo Kid. He was actually my roommate the entire time. It was a really stacked tryout that a lot of people got looks from. Mainly, the biggest one is Bianca Belair. Let's just put that one out there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a crazy 2.5 days, man. The coaches at the time were Billy Gunn, Matt Bloom, Norman Smiley, Robbie Brookside, Joe Briscoe was there, Lita. I want to say Elias was one of the people who were already signed as a helper as well too. He actually was one of the helpers. I remember that vividly. He was one of the helpers. Um, but yeah, it was a crazy 2 days. What was funny was is that for me, I had an asthma attack the first day, so I had a rough first day. But there was these two guys that were brothers that were power lifters, and when they broke for lunch, they went to their car because they just drove up about 30 minutes to an hour up, got in their car, left, and didn't come back. They was like, "We don't want to do this. It was too much,"
Mm.
uh, which was wild to think. Like this is the dream for a lot of people to be in this position, getting a look. Not a lot of people get a look, but to get a look, a real look, and they just quit because they was like, "This is too much, and we don't want to deal with it."
Mm-hmm.
But me having an ass attack the first day, and then really rebounding the second day, and on the second day getting praise from Matt Bloom, and then also after we broke down, Gerald Briscoe pulling me to the side, and and that typical old man type voice. First day was shit, but brother, you made up for it, and I felt that old man strength. I felt that old man wrestler strength because he shook my hand and pulled me in and hugged me, and I was like, "Yo, like if he's this strong, imagine how strong Jerry Briscoe was because he's squeezing, hugging me."
Uh-huh.
Um, and then William Regal was there, and then on the third day, because I'm a William Regal mark, like I love some William Regal, like all aspects, like the funny stuff, the serious, everything. The third day when he's like talking about the camp and he's like, "Oh, and I want to really give a shout out to him," and points to me and goes like, he busts his butt to make a comeback to try to make an impression. And I went like, even not like oh, but I'm like, and deep down, like I'm like, man, that was like, man, it was a rough one. Like, and even so, Norman Smiley, and Robbie Brookside just being there the entire time talking to me and stuff. And I'm just like, God bless both of y'all. Y'all both are like, they're two people I like. Everybody loves Norman Smiley because he's such a good guy. But Robbie Brookside made a very big impression on me as well because I knew of him, but just the fact of like that and then me going back and research, I was like, yeah, he's like top of the tier of my book. But of course, nothing came out of it. But the fact of having that experience and being able to like go like, man, that's something a lot of people my first year would have said that would never happen for me. Like I started in 2008, 7 years later, I did that. No one probably would ever say, yeah, man, he'll get it. No one ever said that. Like it was everybody else, but for me to get that opportunity and to get that look, it was like a priceless experience. I wish that maybe there could have been a couple things I could have like did. I could have got I could have been a little bit more stricter to get even in even better shape because I had dropped about 30 pounds